Hey guys, good morning. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to my YouTube. I wanted to give you guys a updated Bitcoin video. It has been a while. Um, and so I wanted to share my thoughts on what's been going on. There I am. So, um, who is fearful? Who is fearful? Well, you should definitely be feared if you bought up here in the 60,000 range. Yeah, you're probably freaking out. But look, here's the thing, guys, is if you're trying to trade Bitcoin and you're not looking at the charts every day, you're you're gonna you're gonna have a heart attack. You're not gonna make it. The things that I do on this channel is to help you see short term and long term. And if you want to trade it, that's fine. But if you don't know what you're doing and you're not dollar cost averaging, then you're not going to make it. That's just something that I've learned over the last year and a half. Um, but on the other hand, long term, right? What are some good buying opportunities? And so I wanted to kind of share with you guys what I'm looking at, and for the short term, and what I'm looking at for the long term. And we can go from there. So just sort of looking at the price right now, we are right here at the edge of 32,900, which was our, let's see, my support line was like 32,815, and it looks like it had just touched that. So look, we need to hold here. If we do not hold here, I do see us going down and retesting the support about 28.9, which was some support that we had last summer. And the only thing that now that I'm kind of looking at it is that we do have a high likely chance of probably testing this support. Because if you look at it, all the other weeks, if you see these long weeks, and I'm showing you guys the weekly candle. If you look at the long wicks, usually those are signs of a bottom, and then you continue up. The only problem that I see right now is there's not a lot of wicks. There's not a lot of buying. So it's hard to say that there's a bottom right now, on the Bitcoin price. And um, so we'll see. I think they're good dollar cost averaging. As I've said in all my videos, look, guys, for the next 2 to 3 years, anything from 20,000 to $50,000, I think is a great buy. My belief is that we will go definitely in the six digits. I feel very strongly about that in 2025. I felt very strong about it even last year. But we will get there. One of the other indexes that I had showed you guys in my other videos was, the fear and greed index. And so this is always a good thing to sort of look at from time to time. And you can just Google fear and greed index crypto, and it'll come up this. But look, right now, the market sentiment is extremely fear, all the way down to 11. And the price is 32,000. I remember, a couple years ago, the fear index was, $20,000. I've seen it at 10,000. And so to see the fear at 32,000, it is quite interesting. It usually is fairly accurate. You can go down and see, even if we were to look at the last year of time, right now, when we have a fear index of 11, and you notice even since in early January and even last summer, I'm sorry, here's last summer, you could see what ended up happening, right, with the price. So, and again, you can see what the fear and greed, how they get this data. But it's hard for me not to, again, not financial advice. I'm just educating you guys, but it's hard for me to tell you guys that this is not a good buying opportunity. Just because of how low the fear can go. And maybe it goes to 9. I mean, I've never seen it, in single digits long, but the market's pretty fearful. One of the things that I'm looking at is I've just been kind of doing some research, and you can look up this W-shaped recovery a little bit more in the Investopedia. But if I were to snip this tool here and just compare it to the current price, let's see. I mean, if you look at it, you look at this one, it looks fairly similar. And again, I'm no expert, but if you compare this, it's fairly similar. And so basically where I think we are is, I think we're, right, either right here, right, or right here. And so what we would be looking at, what I mean by W-shaped recovery, is something like this, right, where it looks like a W, right? And usually it tests this line right here before we probably head back down. But that would be back in the $60,000 range if we were to back to recover. But we are in interesting times for sure, with high interest rates. If you didn't pay attention to what the Fed said, they just raised them, and very high inflation. We got a lot of goods, a lot of things expensive here. And so, it's really up to you where you think we are in the market. Do you think we're bullish? Do you think that this is where everybody's just, making money? Or do you feel like this is fear? Or could there be more fear, And so anyway, so what I'm looking at is, as you can see here, last summer, we found a bottom with all these wicks, right? All these little wicks before we took off. The only thing right now is there hasn't been a wick, right? So maybe there's a wick right here, and then we have a couple more wicks before we recover. But I mean, we're also in unprecedented times. I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is almost a 7th week of red weekly candles, and I don't think in history, I don't think in history we've ever had that happen. And so, it's just hard for me to not tell you guys that there's opportunity, that there's not opportunity here. From that standpoint. Let me take some of this off here. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Right now you would find the bottom of these wicks. And again, that's how you would actually find a top too. If you, just so you guys know, if you see a lot of wicks up to the top, then that's when we're most likely going down. But these wicks, the only problem is like there hasn't been many wicks, so there hasn't been a lot of buyers. So, I'm looking for a wick, a wick, and then some other bars before we recover. So anyways, guys, hope you liked the video, and that's all I got for you guys today. But right now it is looking very likely. It looks like we're breaking this. Looks like we're breaking this my trend line here. And we could go down and test 28.9. And if the 28.9 doesn't hold, then I mean the next support looks to be around like 26,000, and then after that's 23,000, and it's hard for me to see that. But so 26, 23, and then of course back to 20. But you guys, I mean, that's when you gotta buy, you know, if this thing ever goes back under $20,000, I mean, I'm selling my investment homes. I mean, I'm putting as much as I can into this. If it goes under 20, but you know, dollar cost average, just dollar cost average, between 20 and 50 the next couple of years. I mean, you don't freak yourself out by trying to catch the bottom. So anyways, I hope this helps. Hope you like it. Hope you share it. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.